Yes, people, what's going on? Welcome back to Football Therapy with me, your host, Jan. I do hope you're doing well, mate. I really do hope that. And as always, welcome back to Chelsea News, the daily series here on the channel where I reflect on what's been said about Chelsea. My glasses are dirty. Giving you my thoughts, feelings, and opinions on it. But more importantly, as always, asking for yours in today's video. A little catch up on the signings. We're trying to get over the line to join Liam Delap for the Club World Cup registration, which is tomorrow. So time is ticking. Of course, Liam Delap, the young English bargain £30 million striker, is over the line. He's been announced. It's all done and done for and dusted, rather. It looks like both agreement with club and player for both Gittens and Maignan is done. More on Maignan because he's given Milan an ultimatum. Of course, Allegri's the new gaffer there. He wants to keep him. Maignan wants Chelsea, who had an amazing performance against Germany. Gittens, of course, has not just agreed in principle to join Chelsea like Maignan, but has agreed a 7-year contract with Chelsea. The 20-year-old Borussia Dortmund Borussia Dortmund winger. There you go, I can speak English. It's literally finalising the details with add-ons with Borussia Dortmund. I've said it before, I'll say it again. You could put the farm on that deal getting over the line. And Chelsea have announced Mamadou Sarr, defender. We forgot about him, didn't we? In the midst of all this, Chelsea will buy a centre-back. Maybe in the bigger transfer window, not this little one for the Club World Cup. We're going to get into all of that, guys. So thank you for joining me. You're always welcome here, all of you guys. So, thanks for the support. Thank you for liking this video. And if you do want to subscribe, you're welcome to. And if you choose to, you should hit that sweet, sweet bell, baby. Yeah. Saucy. Sailed through that one like a bad man. A little shout out to my brothers over at the London is Blue podcast. I guested on their Keep Sell Loan series, which was a lot of fun. We had fun. I believe the first part of that is out now, wherever you listen to your podcasts. Cool, man. So, Chelsea complete. Mamadou Sarr signing. Of course, we've heard about this before. Should we have a little read? A little moonwalk through Chelsea's website. Chelsea are delighted to confirm the transfer of Mamadou Sarr from Ligue 1 side Strasbourg. That's an interesting club to sign from. I wonder why. The defender's signing a contract until 2033. An 8-year deal. Oh, it's because he's 19. I was going to say, an 8-year deal. There's probably a +1 option in there, as there usually is. Mamadou was a regular for Strasbourg during the last campaign and played a key role in them, of course, qualifying for European football. It was great under Liam Rosenior, the English coach. The 19-year-old made 28 appearances across all competitions and helped the club seal a place in next season's UEFA Conference League. Mamadou first showed his high profile in the Academy of Lens before joining Lyon, having progressed through the club's youth ranks, and then made his senior debut in the penultimate game in the 22-23 season. The influential defender was handed 2 more senior outings during the following campaign before he got a 5-month loan in Belgium. So he's really sort of earned his stripes here, despite being very young still and not even 20 years old. He's been all over the gaff. Mamadou, a France under-20 international, joined Strasbourg last August and quickly established himself as a regular starter in defence. He's going to be registered for the Club World Cup. Look, we've all been talking about players that we've signed. I don't think we spoke about him in the Keep So Alone, actually. London is Blue boys may have dropped the ball there. Look. We would link to Dean Howson, a £50 million signing that lost in the Nations League final to Portugal last night. And by the way, I did cover that on the second channel, Football Yannick. Should you be interested in my commentary on the non-Chelsea stories, do check it out there. Loads of Chelsea players. Renato Vega, who featured. Pedro Neto, who featured. Joao Felix, who didn't feature, lifting the trophy together. And of course, commiserations to Cucurella, who didn't win, but he's doing all right for Spain. Trust me, they won the European Championships. Mamadou Sarr. I don't know, again, Dean Howson, gone to Real Madrid. We've looked at other centre-backs. We've been linked with Mark Guehi. It's gone a little bit quiet. There's still a very good chance we could sign a centre-back. I wonder, though, we need a left-sided left-footer, don't we? I know Mark Guehi's a right-footer, but he plays on the left. I think we need a left-sided player because, Badiashile is going to Colwell plays a lot, but we need cover there. We'll see what happens, but let me know your thoughts on Mamadou Sarr down in the comment section below. Alright, so Jamie Gittens, Romano has reiterated that the negotiations continue. Chelsea are, we're on it, apparently in his words. Chelsea are on it and talking to Borussia Dortmund. Talks continued today. A new bid is coming with add-ons and the personal terms are of course done. I've already reacted to how that's agreed between Gittens and Chelsea. He wants to come to Chelsea. Chelsea is accelerating, says Fabrizio Romano. I would be very surprised personally if this transfer does not get done. If you haven't watched my recent videos on Jamie Gittens, I'd welcome you to go check them out because we look at his stats. He is a good player. I referenced a tweet from Felix Johnson yesterday which pretty much showed you his stats from the manager who played him how he should be played, and Niko Kovac, who is the reason why he's being sold because he's a profile he doesn't want and he just didn't do anything under Kovac, but the previous gaffer, he did a lot of excellent work, and he's coming to Chelsea as a player that's been earmarked as an appropriate left-sided winger, right footer for Enzo Maresca. And yes, of course, we originally heard bids like 50 million. I think Chelsea might have opened with like 25 million, which of course Borussia Dortmund were never going to accept. But I do wonder, hope, and speculate that Chelsea will get a deal over the line for about £35 million. Of course, in terms of his wages, they'll be very, very fine. I mean, he's already agreed personal terms. That seemingly happened very quickly. I think he will very comfortably fit into Chelsea's wage structure. Of course, lots of people want Nico Williams. I understand. We did a stats comparison on previous videos. The finishing from Gittens looks a lot more elite in terms of outperforming his XG, but of course I'm not trying to tell you that Jamie Gittens is a better player than Nico Williams. I don't think that's the case. I think Nico Williams is bigger star quality, but Nico Williams will almost certainly be demanding 3 times the wages of Jamie Gittens. So before we move on and speak about Mike Maignan, just because we've got Gittens and Sarr doesn't mean we're not signing an extra centre-back and an extra left-sided winger, right footer, because of course we are now operating in the absence of Jadon Sancho. You could say Gittens is the Sancho replacement. Borussia Dortmund links, of course. And Mykhailo Mudryk, of course, has been stripped of his number 10, has been given to Cole Palmer. I think pretty much everyone is assuming the worst in terms of his availability moving forwards. Mykhailo Mudryk, we can only speculate for legal reasons, so I feel like there will also be another left-wing option. Many of you will be shouting, but what about Tyreek George, Jan? What about Tyreek George? Well, I don't see an issue of there being 5 wingers in a Champions League campaign with cups, especially when one of your wingers could be a young player like George who can play either side, even down the middle. In a pinch, I think he will see minutes there, especially with injuries. He will even see starts. But like I said on the London is Blue pod, I do think keep George as that 5th auxiliary winger unless he gets a great opportunity to go on a loan to play in a high-profile club and experience, whether it's European football or potentially Premier League football, where he will be a starter. But for me, I'd say no option to buy. Just literally a developmental experience where he'll get loads of high-level football. Let me know your thoughts. All right, so let's move on to this Mike Maignan story because this is very, very interesting. This was originally coming from L'Équipe en France, but I'm going to read from getfootballnewsfrance.com, which is a great reference source for French football news. First of all, before I jump into this, Mike Maignan had a really, really good game against Germany in the 3rd place playoff in the Nations League yesterday. I'm just going to quickly show you this here. He got player of the match, Mike Maignan, as you can see on the left side, an 8.8 rating against Germany, better than Mbappe, who got an 8.4 rating and got a goal and an assist. That didn't stop Mike Maignan for being man of the match, which is just what you want to see prior to an almost certain move to Chelsea for the big Frenchman. So yes, Get French Football News, citing L'Équipe, writes this. Mike Maignan, who's of course 29 years old, who, by the way, again, just to reiterate in recent videos, what I've been saying in recent videos, that not only is he the perfect profile to sort of be, you know, the appropriate age gap to a Mike Penders, who's 20, who could be the truth. Apparently, he's meant to be amazing. He's not going to block his pathway. He's the perfect age, really, you know, to cultivate a first team goalkeeper in Penders. Mike Maignan also represents a proper leader. He's not like a biggie. He's not a Martinez. He's not obnoxious, but he's the kind of guy that really calls out Mbappe and Griezmann in the changing rooms and the locker rooms, and is very assertive and demands excellence and doesn't get flustered. And he's coming off a man of the match performance in a high profile game for France. One second, I think my door's knocking. Amazon delivery, I've returned. So yeah, Mike Maignan, 29 years old, perfect age difference to Mike Penders, offers leadership quality. A little bit more context, guys. He might have not been in his best form for the last few years. Probably correlates to the form of Milan in the last few years, but he is a very good ball-playing goalkeeper. He's very, very good at carrying the ball, dribbling, progressing it up between presses, joining in the back four, which does suit Maresca's football at Chelsea. So Matt Maignan, he wants to complete a move to Chelsea. As per L'Equipe, the France number one has told Milan that he will not be renewing his deal with the club. Of course, he's entering the final 12 months. That was the general vibe, but he has put his foot down. Of course, they've got a new manager as well in Allegri who wants to keep him. There is therefore an ultimatum. Sell me now or lose me on a free transfer in 12 months' time. He's literally, Allegri said, why don't you stay, bro? You're good. We're going to build something here. He's like, no, don't fancy that. I want to go to Chelsea. I'm happy with what they're going to pay me. I want to play Champions League. I want to be that guy for Chelsea. I want to go to Southwest London, Stamford Bridge. Chelsea wanted Mike Maignan in 2023. I saw on social media a recent video pop up about Edouard Mendy talking about in 2024, when he was still with us, that there was nearly a swap deal with Milan, without name dropping Mike Maignan, essentially saying Chelsea wanted Maignan, and there was nearly a swap deal. So yeah, Maignan saying to Milan and indeed Allegri, if you don't sell me now, you lose me for free. So Chelsea are going to be very happy about that, and that's probably why Chelsea have been lowballing Milan massively. As per Romano, there has been a considerable gap in the goalkeeper's valuation. Chelsea believe that due to his contract situation, so not just the 12 months, but him going, I'm not going to renew, I'm going to go for a free later, he's worth 10 million euros, which of course is about 8.4 million pounds. Milan, though, meanwhile, who want some money, value him at 30 million euros, which is what, 22 million quid off the dome piece. The Italian journalist has since reported that 15 million offer was submitted, which is about 12 million pounds. So we've gone up by 5 million. It's a 50% increase in Chelsea's offer. It was never really going to be accepted. The 10 million, I think it was an entry point, but they're speaking seriously about 15 million euro. It's that or no money. Whilst reports in Italy have gone even as far to say that state that an agreement has been reached. That's actually an article that I reacted to here on the channel. Remember, I'm not the news, I'm just reaction to the news. Whilst L'Equipe refute these reports, they do nonetheless state that a deal is on the right track and could soon be struck, even today I suppose, which would allow the goalkeeper to join Chelsea ahead of the upcoming FIFA Club World Cup. The transfer deadline is on Tuesday. Time is therefore the essence, and the deal needs to be completed for the inaugural tournament. So, yes, I think all three get done. Delap's done. I think Gittens gets done. It's just, will it be... It'll be between 30 and 40 million, I think. They said they want 42 million. If they'll definitely take 40 million. Chelsea will probably squeak up to 38 or something like that. I think it will be a fair deal for all things considered, for how much they want the player and how long they've been looking at the player. Remember, that's a huge thing. In football, you might have your own preferences. I want this guy, I want this guy. But ultimately, no matter, even if you don't believe in the project, your club, you have to understand they've got a plan, they've got their own targets that they think that will work for what they are doing. And if they've been looking at Gittens for so long and they believe it will make Maresca's Chelsea better, then provided we don't pay insane money for him, which I think would be 50 or above, then whatever. In my opinion, is let them get on with it. And Maignan is going to be a great deal regardless because he's such a big name and we'll be getting him for what can only be described as immense value. But Chelsea aren't looking at it like that. They're looking at it in isolation and what negotiating standpoint they're at. They were like, we're in a really strong position. You know, we'll wait 12 months and get him for free. What do you want to do? Or do you want to take 15 million now? Make a choice. Guys, let me know your thoughts. I'll be all over this, so do keep it locked to Football Therapy. Make sure if you choose to subscribe, you hit the bell. Thank you for liking this video. It does help me out a lot. And if you want more of my content that's unrelated to Chelsea, check out Football Yannick, where there's daily content as well. All right, then. Yeah. Cool. See you in a bit. Peace.